Hello and welcome to Full Throttle. Today we're joined by our iRacing competitor. How are you?
Doing well. How are you?
Doing well. So tell the five viewers your name and who you race for, please, to start out with.
So my name is Garrett Maines and I drive for Elliott Sagar Esports.
So Elliott Sagar Esports. So do you think Elliott Sagar how is he as an owner?
And it's definitely one of the best teams to drive for. I had a lot of offers when the signing period opened up for the Coke Series, and I was very happy to be able to sign with Elliott.
So are you get signed with him through the year or what?
Yeah, so in the Coke Series, you're not guaranteed a contract for more than 1 year just because, only the top 20 stay in the series for the following year. And so hopefully we'll be back next year and, I'll be happy to re-sign. But we gotta see how the rest of the season goes. We had a really strong finish at Coda, and that boosted us a little bit closer to, where we need to be to stay in. But we're only halfway through. I think I'm sitting technically 18th, but I got a very nice bubble to 20th right now. So it's starting to like pull away from, the cutoff.
Yeah, so that cutoff you speak of, that is to be in the series next season, correct?
Correct. So anybody that's below the top 20 at the end of the year gets relegated back to pro, which I don't want to do that. I did that last year. I was coming up through pro. So basically you qualify through road to pro and then you go up to the pro series, which is the bottom 20 from the Coke series, battling it out with the top 20 of the qualifiers. And then the top 20 in that series go back to the Coke series or make their debut, which is what I did. And that is a grind. 6 weeks, back to back to back to back races, and no sleep. Especially if you have a job, no sleep.
Yeah, so I noticed you must be involved in some professional racing outside of the Coca-Cola series. Talk about the trophies behind you.
Yeah, these three here from when I was growing up, I did arena racing, which is like indoor stock cars, high banked racetrack, haul in the mail, 8 seconds a lap, lots of fun. And those are from the first three championships I won. It was a lot of fun. Me and my dad, and our team really had a good thing going, and I really enjoyed running that series. Wish it was still around. That was probably some of the most fun, especially for the winter. Some of the most fun racing I've had the opportunity to do.
Yeah, well, so anyway, what what's the most challenging part? I mean, how much does Elliot pay attention to what you're doing on the racetrack? How much input is he giving you on a weekly basis?
Yeah, so he's spent countless hours with us, especially at the beginning of the season. The road course was a little bit different, but a lot of the tracks that we've gone to, that especially the ones that he's really familiar with, he's helped a ton. He's put in, I think he said at Auto Club, more laps on the sim in a week than he did in his entire career. So he's put in a lot of work, and it's been really cool to be able to work with him. He knows what he's doing for sure. And it's really cool to be able to take, some pointers from Elliott.
Yeah, so talk to me about what a normal week is like for you.
Well, I mean, I'm working right now at SimSeats, so I go to SimSeats during the day and work there. And once I got everything done that I can get done there, I come home. Basically, if I'm not eating immediately when I get home, we're testing until the wee hours of the morning. That's normally 1, 2 o'clock. So I'm probably gonna sleep in a little bit the next morning, but it's it's just like that because a lot of the guys that work on the setups with me are in California, so can't really be on Eastern time and, test with them. So schedule's a little jacked up, but that's all part of the grind.
Yeah. So what's your favorite part about being in the Coca-Cola iRacing series?
Well, honestly, I didn't realize this when I came into it, but the seriousness and the competitiveness of this racing just it's like nothing else on the sim. It's some of the most intense. And when you do succeed, like we had a really, really strong finish at Richmond. It was literally just me and my teammate duking it out, and he made no mistakes, so there was never an opportunity. But nights like those where, all the hard work pays off, it's really rewarding in this series. And we get to represent really good companies, and it's looked at as a very serious racing event. So it's a lot of fun to, get to be a part of it. And, because it's on the sim, it's not as costly as it would be, obviously, in real life. So to get the opportunity and, it opens the door for a lot of really tight competition just because money isn't really the obstacle.
Yeah. So a couple more questions and then we'll let you go. But I get, I just really uh enjoy watching the Coca-Cola series when I can. So what's coming up and what are you most looking forward to competing in that series?
I think the last track on the schedule for the next few months that I'm really looking forward to is New Hampshire. And I'm kind of iffy on that because I feel like I'm good at the track. I don't know what I want in the car. So it's going to be a question of like if we can hit the setup right. I'm actually going to be on vacation the week before that. So I'm going to be banking other people can hit the setup right while I'm out of town. But we'll be working on that. And we got some road courses. I know I'm not a winning car on those road courses, but I feel like I can sneak a top 10 like I did this week at Coda. Those are solid points days, and that's what we need to start accumulating. We've had a few of them already, but our season started off a little rough with, the disconnect at Homestead and then very, very unfortunate wreck at Vegas running top 10. But if we can keep the momentum rolling like it is right now, I think we can really have a good showing at some of the upcoming tracks. And I think they mentioned it on the broadcast that not Homestead, New Hampshire is the track that I need to win. So if I win that, I might just have a shot in the playoffs. We'll see.
So you're going to be putting in a lot of time at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, huh?
Yeah, that's definitely our best opportunity. So if I want a chance or if I want to lock myself in like my teammate did at Richmond, into the Coke Series next year, then win I must.
When you must. Well, um, I just appreciate you coming on and honestly tell the folks how old you are.
So I'm 19. I've actually been doing this for competitively for 2 years, but I've been on the sim probably since I was 15, I think. So I've got a few years on me, but it's a really good opportunity to get, some experience in race cars. They might not be real, but it's experience nonetheless, and it definitely carries over because some of the stuff that I've done outdoor racing, late models, legend cars, all that experience comes from the sim. You can't just hop in a race car and pick it up unless you've done something to prepare yourself. And this is a great opportunity and a great tool for that.
Yeah. So who 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 works with you on a daily basis to make sure that you're where you want to be on on the series day on every other Tuesday or whenever you guys run.
So it's, you know, honestly, after I get lunch here, we're probably all going to be testing again for, this Tuesday's race at Charlotte. It's everybody over at Elliott Sagar Esports. We got Seth and Vicente, Brendan, Michael, everybody that's just putting in the work on the Coke Series cars every week. It's a commitment for sure. We got guys working on Road to Pro, but the guys that and forgot Dave. Dave's been really, really helpful as well. And big shout out to him. He's been on Charlotte for the last few weeks, and we're just trying to figure it out. It's a bumpy racetrack, and if you miss your line by an inch, you're going to the wall. So we'll have to see what we can do there. It's like I said, just it's all hands on deck.
Well, one more question and I'm gonna let you go. Uh, so your teammates, how well do you work with them?
I would say we work really well together. We've got a really tight knit group at Elliott Sagar Esports, and it's been really good season. I mean, it's our rookie year. Most of us have never, actually, all of us have never been in the series. So to have, the success that we've already had, and have the cars as close as we have them at a lot of these racetracks, it's a really good opportunity, and that's really good momentum to build off of. We're running against the premier race teams that have a lot more experience, and I mean, I don't want to say funding, but there are some really big teams in the Coke series that definitely they can afford to spend the time that they do and to be able to compete at that level already. We just got a couple more tracks. If we can learn some of the mile and a half packages, I think we'll have a really good shot, at being a championship contending team in the future.
I'd be remiss if I didn't let you talk about your sponsors.
I
So
appreciate it. Yeah, I got to give a shout out to OfferPad, Smithfield, Linux, Nutrient Ag Solutions, Digital Hub, just everybody that's made it happen. It's been a real privilege to be able to represent them in the Coke Series, and I'm really hoping to be able to bring some of these sponsors to the real racetrack one day.
what's before I let you go, what is the ultimate goal?
The end
Cup?
goal, yeah, the end goal is definitely to be in NASCAR. It's just, takes a lot of money. It takes being in the right place at the right time. And I can tell you, we don't have it as a family to go to that level. So we got to have some sort of, some support from sponsors. And, for
Yeah.
years I've had that. Just got to take it to the next level. And, if I had the opportunity, Martinsville would be the track. One of the Virginia hometown tracks, Richmond, um, Martinsville. If we ever go anywhere else, I think tracks that are local here, even though I've never actually raced at them, for whatever reason, they click with me. So if I get an opportunity to start at one of those, that would be first choice.
Awesome. What team do you want to start for real quick?
I'm not gonna be picky there. I'm just gonna take my opportunity.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us and thank you for joining me. I usually have a co-host, but she is unable to. So hopefully you had fun today, and I know I had fun uh having you on, and I hope we can do it again.
Absolutely. I appreciate you having me on.